It's December the 22nd, and that means there are 10 days left this year, and it's time to celebrate with our third whiskey in the series. Actually, before I reveal, I'm going to talk about it in a second. This is a bit of an odd one. By all rights, it shouldn't be anything particularly special. I guess it's a semi-standard edition. It's a limited edition, but it's one that happens every single year. It's a Diageo product. It's a distillery that I really like, but I generally only ever really see shine from independent bottlers. But I tried it this year earlier at 6-8 months ago during the summer sometime at a private whiskey tasting that I was at, and I was really surprised by it. I was kind of blown away by it, and I was kind of upset that we'd actually never managed to get it before, as far as I'm aware. Although it's a relatively standard edition, like lots of relatively standard Diageo editions, it just didn't get brought into to BC, and if it did get brought into BC, it was maybe only at the public stores, not the private stores. So I don't know. Yeah, I was like, oh well, this is great, but oh well, won't be able to get it. And then randomly a few weeks ago, it appeared in the warehouse, and I was shocked, I was surprised, and I was a little trigger happy. I definitely bought more than I potentially should have done. Well, I think I should have done still, to be honest. I still believe in this whiskey, but most people haven't tried it yet. So I'm going to reveal it right now. This is the Cragganmore Distillers Edition. Now, we've had a lot of really good Distillers Editions, actually, that we've tried in the Dram Association. The Talisker Distillers Edition is one of my all-time favourites. Great whiskey. The Lagavulin Distillers Edition, absolutely fabulous. Even the Glenkinchie, Distillers Edition is just beautiful as well. But this is really good. I was utterly surprised. So, distilled in 2007, bottled in 2019, this edition. It's a couple of years old now. And this is a limited edition that was finished in port casks, which is pretty cool. I think it actually even says this type of port cask. Let's see if the box has any clues for us. An exquisite selection of double matured malt whiskies chosen from the very finest Scotland distilleries. Elegant, sophisticated Speyside whiskey with the most complex aroma of any malt. That's a bold statement, Cotton. Astonishingly fragrant with sweetish notes and smoky maltiness on the finish. Yes, it is lightly peated, which is one of the reasons I very much enjoy Cragganmore. Alrighty. Still port wine. For some reason I thought it was said like whether it was a Tawny or a Ruby. It might do later on, but let's see what else it says on here. Cragganmore, founded on the high reaches of the Upper Spey, Cragganmore reflects on the proud finesse that is the touchstone of the region, but with a fresh, clean palate that is all on its own. In port wine cask wood, the master distiller of Cragganmore has found the perfect partner, adding succulent deep notes to the rare finesse of this great Speyside malt. The distiller's edition of the classic malt selection bring new dimensions and taste to the exploration and enjoyment of the single malt whiskey. Each of the 7 distilleries has hand-selected a small number of their casks for double maturing. The whiskey is matured in a second time in a cask wood which each master distiller has chosen to complement the unique character in an individual malt whiskey. And yeah, so they're all different. The Talisker one is an Amoroso cask, which I still think is a made-up word. From what I understand, they're trying to say like a cream sherry, like Harvey's Bristol Cream, but giving it a nicer name. I think that's what they mean. But yeah, this is portwood, which is pretty cool. So let's give this one a revisit a few months later and see if it's as good as I remember at that fateful barbecue. Lovely. Cool. It's got a code on it in case you're trying to track which edition. This is CGGD 6571. Is the edition that we have available on the shelf right now. And one of the things that really got me about this is how good value it is, and that's kind of the reason I stocked up quite heavily as soon as I saw it. A, it's good. B, it's $100, which is great. This just great. This is $99.91, which means after your discount it's $90, right? If you get 10% off. Oh yeah. Biscuity, lightly smoked. And with this nice sort of undercurrent of like a deep red wine with cherry juice in it. Smells like a Syrah almost. Hmm. Lovely. Light smoke. Really, yeah, like a flaky pastry. Like a buttery, flaky pastry with light smoke. I think this is, yeah, I think this is remarkably full-flavoured for a 40% whiskey, but that is its main downfall. If this was a 46% whiskey, this might be my whiskey of the year. As it stands, I think my whiskey of the year might actually, for non-special edition ridiculous whiskies, my whiskey of the year overall is probably the Clynelish, the special Clynelish we had at the Welcome Back tasting, or maybe the Brora that we had with it. That was also bloody good. But my whiskey of the year in terms of approachable, affordable, readily available whiskies, I would say is the Benromach 15. If this was 46%, this would give the Benromach 15 a bit of a run for its money, I think. For my personal tastes. But yeah. Oh, the more you get into it, the more of this sort of really Moorish cakey quality at the back. It's like a vanilla sponge cake. It's Cragganmore-ish. Yeah, delightful. Works well in winter. Worked really well in summer as well. $100. I hope this one sticks around, but if it doesn't, at least I stocked up. It'll be around at the Strath for a little while. You can pick up a bottle right now for $100. See you tomorrow.